have some deals you can't refuse. As I just said, welcome back, and yes, we have some really great under $5 deals for today on the Nintendo Switch eShop. Now, we got the huge summer sale that just dropped this week, and this list is once again packed with games at lowest ever prices and games that are just not on sale all that often. And once again today, not only the main video, but the Sizzle reel is really packed with great deals, so do stick around till the end. Now, just as usual, before we jump into that, a quick reminder in case you're new here to the channel, halfway through the video, I'll be giving away 2 $5 eShop gift cards. If you want to participate in that giveaway, all you need to do is be subscribed to the channel and drop a comment down below in the video. Also, if you get to the end of the video and you're still looking for other great deals, I'll always be linking down below the latest regular eShop deals video. It came out just Thursday and pretty much all those deals are still running. Now, with that stuff out of the way, let's not waste any more time and jump straight into the deals. Just remember, if you are liking the content, one of the best ways to help support the channel, just hit that like button. So we're going to start off today's video with a whole series that is on sale, the Doom series. And there are many entries at the under $5 price point, with Doom 1, 2, and 64 at $2.49, and then Doom 3 at $4.99. And all of them will be running till July 7th. Now, these games probably need no introduction at all, but the Doom series is pretty much one of the main series that pioneered the whole FPS genre. And at the under $5 mark, you have some of the most classic titles, with my definite favorite being Doom 64, then closely followed by Doom 3. Now, I do want to mention, however, on a side note, that the Doom Slayer collection is also on sale currently at only $19.99. So before picking up any of the Doom entries separately, make sure you don't want to get them all in one fell swoop, because it is a better deal overall, getting all 4 of the classic Doom games that I just mentioned, plus Doom 2016 at only $19.99, way cheaper than picking them all up separately. However, if you were just looking to pick up 1 or 2, or if you already own some and you want to complete your collection, right now at these prices, it's a great time. Now, our next entry is not only a great deal, it's also a brand new entry to the series, with Iron Crypticle now being 70% off, dropping it to only $2.99, and once again running till July 7th. Now, this game is an arcade-style top-down twin-stick shooter, and its overall format really feels like it's mixing elements of the old game Smash TV with an aesthetic that reminds a lot of Ghosts and Goblins. It also has a super interesting method of progression, where as you defeat monsters, they'll be dropping food. Picking up that food gives you XP, which will upgrade your weapons and overall abilities. I do want to mention, however, at first the game starts out pretty slow. But take advantage of those first few levels. You'll really need them to upgrade your abilities and be ready for the challenges that are coming. And once you get a few rooms or levels in, this game becomes much more fast-paced and fairly challenging. But if you're in the mood for a twin-stick dungeon crawler with an awesome retro aesthetic, then this one could really be an amazing pickup for this week. Now, our next game for today is an amazing classic that is back on sale, and that is Bastion, that is now 80% off, dropping it to $2.99, and I'll be saying it a lot, running till July 7th. Now, first of all, this is a top-down action-adventure game that does share a lot of similarities with a Zelda-like adventure. Secondly, this game comes to us from the exact same developer as Hades, and it really shows that each and every game they put out is top-notch quality, both on the visuals and the gameplay. On a side note, one of the only things that sometimes people will mention about this game is that it's not all that long for a simple playthrough, probably somewhere around the 6-hour mark. However, if you're dedicated to all the secrets and really completing the game 100%, you can easily put in double that gameplay time. In my opinion, even if you only do a straight playthrough at 6 hours, this game's overall experience is more than worth it. And this is definitely one of those games that even when it's at its full price of $15, it is nonetheless a great value game, meaning that today, at only $3, it is a total steal. Now, our next great deal for today is going to be on Wunderling DX, that is now 75% off, dropping it to $3.74, and this one yet again running till July 7th. Now, this game is actually a puzzle platformer that has an auto runner design to it. If you want a quick reference point, I would put it in the same category as something like Super Meat Boy Forever, however, with a much lower difficulty level. Don't get me wrong, this game will get challenging at points, however, it never quite reaches that level of Super Meat Boy. I also really love this game's premise, where you're actually playing as the bad guy trying to defeat the hero character. And you're not playing as a super-powered bad guy, you're playing as the most common bad guy on the planet, the normal Goomba-like character. However, through an amazing twist of fate, you've acquired the magical ability to jump, which sets you on a path to try and defeat the hero. This game also had a beautiful art style to it that actually reminded me of the Sega game Rise Star for some reason. But trust me, if you're into puzzle platformers or auto runners, this game is a truly great pickup at only $3.74. And if you need any more convincing, there's actually a free downloadable demo. Now our next deal is another great new one to the series, and that is Minit, that is now 60% off, dropping it to $3.99 and running once again till July 7th. Now at its heart, this game is another top-down Zelda-like adventure. However, this one is using a very original graphical style that does in some points remind me a lot of Game Boy games. It also uses an extremely original gameplay mechanic where the game can only be played 60 seconds at a time before your character dies and you have to relaunch a new adventure. Each run you try to push a little further, discover a new area, solve a new puzzle. Honestly, upon trying this game, I fell in love with it very quickly because it's perfect for the Switch, especially in handheld mode. Not only that, but its 60-second gameplay format is perfect for someone who only has sometimes a few minutes in between a meeting or household chores. Now, I do want to warn, however, the game can probably be knocked out in just a couple of hours if you really try to do a straight playthrough. However, there is a fair amount of replayability here with some secrets to discover and also a new game plus. But in any case, at $3.99, in my opinion, this game is definitely worth it. So now it's time to take a quick break and announce today's winners of the $5 eShop gift cards. And our first winner for today is going to be Esperago, who said, "Well then, Carrion is the game for me this week, thank you." Well, I really hope you're having fun with Carrion right now because it was a really great pick in my opinion at only $10. And now our second winner for today is going to be MKF30, who said, "Thanks for the video as always, Maple." And as I pretty much say every time, there is no need to thank me. I'm just so glad you enjoy the videos and I really love making them. So now all you need to do to claim your $5 eShop gift cards is reach out to me in my pinned comment down below. And now if we jump right back into our deals, I have another brand new one for you, which is Gato Roboto, that is now 50% off, dropping it to $3.99, once again running till July 7th. Now don't be fooled by the simple aesthetic, this game is actually a full-fledged Metroidvania. Once again, it's also another game that's using an aesthetic that really feels inspired by something we would have seen on the Game Boy. And actually playing through this game, it actually reminded me a lot of the actual Metroid games from the Game Boy Advance, something like Metroid Fusion. You're basically playing as a cat that accidentally gets dropped on an alien planet and has to make her escape using a hyper-advanced mech suit. There's also some great gameplay variety here, where at certain moments you're actually going to have to jump out of your suit to get into smaller areas, and even other parts that play out more like a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up. Now, although I did compare this to an actual Metroid game, I do want to say, however, that this game only took me about 6 or 7 hours to complete. However, at only $3.99, I think that's an amazing value. Now, our next deal is on one of my current favorite games on the Nintendo Switch, and it's at a brand new low price, with Rising Hell now being 60% off, dropping it to $3.99, once again running till July 7th. On top of it, this game will be my pick of the week. Now, this game is a 2D action platformer with a roguelike design. And if you love fast-paced, easy to jump into roguelites, Rising Hell is a really great one. It also uses a really original design to its levels, where rather than progressing right to left, everything is always scaling vertically. There are also a ton of different items to pick up and upgrades, and some really great synergies to discover. On top of it, for a budget game that had a launch price of only $10, it's been getting regular updates with new content always being added. And by the way, even though I said this game is easy to jump into, it is fairly challenging to master. But I still think it's among one of the most approachable roguelites out there. Now, as I said earlier, this game was already a steal at its full price of $10, so right now at $3.99, it's just an automatic pickup for anyone who wants to try out a new roguelite. On top of it, if you need any more convincing yet again, this one also has a free downloadable demo. Now, our next deal is actually on a game that hasn't been on sale for a little while, and that is Halloween Forever, at a brand new low of $4.99 because it is 50% off, and once again running till July 7th. Now, this game is a 2D action platformer that, in all honesty, would feel right at home on the NES. And it really does feel like a blend of platforming pulled straight from Mega Man, with combat that actually feels more like Ghosts and Goblins. Now, this one, yet again, is going to come with a slight warning. It is a fairly challenging game to get into, and until you unlock a few of the more advanced characters, can be actually quite difficult to finish. However, for a simple retro-style platformer, this one actually has a fair bit of unlockables and a good deal of replayability to it. And personally, I had a ton of fun playing through this game on multiple occasions. So if you're the kind of person that really enjoys a true retro-style platformer, I think you're going to find something special here in Halloween Forever, and right now at only $5, in my opinion, it's worth a pickup. Now, our next deal is definitely one that you can never ignore when it hits, and that is the Castlevania Anniversary Collection being 75% off, dropping it to $4.99 and running till July 7th. Now, once again, I don't think the Castlevania series needs much of an introduction, but this is basically a collection of some of the best 2D action platformers from a lot of the classic retro consoles. Now, value-wise, this collection is packed, with 8 great titles included. Some of my favorites are obviously the original Castlevania, Castlevania 3, Super Castlevania, and Castlevania Bloodlines. But in all honesty, almost every game on this collection is worth playing through at least once. Also, the addition of save states, although it doesn't really make the games any easier, does make it quite a bit more approachable for someone who's never had the chance of finishing them on the classic consoles. Basically, if you're a retro Castlevania fan, or you're just a fan of retro platformers in general, this is one of those must-have collections on the Nintendo Switch. Easily having access to these games in a handheld format is just a great experience. Now, if we just talked about the Castlevania collection, well, we have to also talk about the Contra Anniversary Collection that is also 75% off, dropping it to $4.99 and once again running till July 7th. Now, just as the Castlevania series, this one probably needs no introduction. However, just in case, these are some of the best run-and-gun shooters, once again, from the classic retro consoles. Now, just as the previous console, this one is yet again packed with 10 games included. Among my favorite, the original Contra, Super C, and Contra 3. But once again, almost each one of these entries are definitely worth a playthrough. And once again, the addition of save states makes these games much more approachable. Not only that, you know what? The Contra code still works. So if you're a fan of retro-styled run-and-gun shooters, this is just another must-have collection. So now it's time for today's sizzle reel of deals, and as I said earlier, this one is packed with great games. Make sure you don't miss it. So we're now at the end of today's under $5 video. And you know what? We're still not done with the summer sale. In just a couple of days, I'll be coming back with part 2 of the regular sale because there are just so many great games out there. Also, just before we go, I want to give a huge shout out to my channel supporters. Their monthly support is just so important for the channel and it is really appreciated. And on the way out, don't forget that if you did like the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and click on the notification bell so you know when all my future content comes out. And as usual, I hope I'll see you in my next video.